Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Wakakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth in all sincerity. Salutations to the hopeful lake that's around the four corners of the earth, and also the brothers that teach this truth and sincerity. I'm bringing a lesson today how we're at the end of Esau's age, Esau's rulership, based on everything that happened in the year 2020. I just want to bring that out, how we're at the end of the world, basically, the end of Esau's age. So I have this article right here from the Atlantic. So I'm going to read it. The United States has become a disaster area. Hurricanes in the Gulf, fires in the West, the coronavirus everywhere. The country is a mess, right? Because the year 2020 alone, every month you have something major that happened in 2020. From January, rumors of wars, World War III. And all the way to September, you have racial injustice, that's happening to the tribes, the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And you obviously have, the pandemic that's going on right now, the coronavirus. So I'm going to continue reading. If you are reading this, the United States, which is Babylon the Great according to the Bible, you are experiencing a disaster, maybe more than one. Hurricane Sally hammered Alabama and the Florida panhandle last week, submerging homes and leaving tens of thousands without power. The West Coast is still wreathed in smoke from its worst fire season ever by acres burned, during which entire towns have been incinerated. Coronavirus cases are spiking in Wisconsin, but major disasters are layered on top of the coronavirus pandemic everywhere. For the first time in America history, all 50 states, the District of Columbia, the Seminole tribe of Florida, right, which makes up the tribe of Reuben, the Seminole Indians, the Seminole tribe of Florida, and the 5 territories have been approved for major disaster declarations for the same event. A female spokesperson told me via email the entire country is literally a disaster area because every state or every city or every state, it's something happening in it. If the West Coast, you have California, Oregon, and Washington, that's on fire right now on the West Coast. You have, coronavirus cases, the numbers are fake, but we have coronavirus, different cases of coronavirus in each and every state. You had Hurricane Sally that hit the Alabama, the southern states, Texas, Florida, Alabama, those states. So that's how we know we're at the end of Esau's age, because YAHAWASHI has spoken of this since the beginning. So let's continue reading. Disasters have been trending upon for decades, but 2020 is a very bad year, right? How our elders and apostles, of Great Millstone, says is basically, 2020 is the year of prophecy. We're seeing great things for us. We're seeing, signs and wonders from YAHAWASHI, of everything that's going on that, that was prophesied in the scriptures 2,000 years ago. After forecasters exhausted the official list of alphabetical storm names, they moved onto the Greek alphabet. Subtropical storm Alpha petered out over the weekend, and tropical storm Beta is now menacing the Gulf Coast. We still have more than 2 months to go in the hurricane season. Twice as many disasters caused more than 1 billion in damage each in the 2010s than in the 2000s, according to data collected by National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, but that really has to be adjusted for the size of the population and the size of the economy. J. Zagorski, an economic at Boston University, says he's done the math, and even after adjusting for growing gross domestic product and the rise of disasters is still significant. Right, and also to mention the racial injustice that's been happening against the tribe that Esau Edom has been committing to the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So, finna get into it. Disasters are by definition sudden and terrible, but their causes are typically complex and multifarious. One cause of their rise in climate change, which worsens both western wildfires and eastern hurricanes. Forest management, planning, and zoning policies that encouraging sprawl into forests and floodplains and aging infrastructure all play a role too. Systematic racism, right? And deepening in inequality mean many Americans don't have the resources to avoid or bounce back from a disaster. Some rightly fear the police or government officials to whom they are told to turn for help. Right. Going back to Genesis 25, Jacob and Esau, how Esau had this perpetual hatred for the tribes, That's that systematic racism, Disasters also give rise to other disasters: heat waves, dry out soil, creating droughts. Fires destroy the vegetation holding soil together, causing mudslides. Climate change raises sea level, trigger coastal floodings as, as estuaries back up with water. Fires and floods force people into shelter, spreading the coronavirus. Yeah, because ultimately, the dry out soil and the heat waves are ultimately going to cause a what? A famine. Because you have different locusts, locust attacks happening in Africa right now that's tearing up the crops and different things like that, you know. And it's going to get bad to the point, like I said before, one of my recent videos, I forgot which one it was, like, shipments will not be able to make, stop at these local supermarkets, you know. Researchers who studied the tangled web of crisis call them cascading disasters, right? Talking about the mudslides and different things like that. Disasters that trigger other disasters like falling dominoes as the climate warms. They are becoming increasingly common. Many risk analysts still treat each disaster as a discrete event, according to Amir at UC Irvine and Furshid, can't pronounce his name, at Mississippi State University. Right. So you get the point of the article. And also, what it didn't mention what it didn't mention right here, also how I said, the heat waves, drought soils and things like that, and the mudslides, they didn't mention earthquakes, because it's a lot of earthquakes that happen almost every day. Several earthquakes that happen almost every day, because of the massive drilling in the earth, The earth right now, it's not in a good place, It's based off all the wickedness that goes on in this place and things like that, the earth is not at ease. Ultimately it's YAHAWASHI causing these things, but yeah, So I'm gonna get into some precepts and some scriptures. It is Matthew's 10 to Salaki. This is Matthew's 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. Right? This is YAHAWASHI talking. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Yeah, a sword meaning destruction. Right? Because how I read that article, you have, it mentioned things like systematic racism, the mudslides, Hurricane Sally, like the article also mentioned, you have, the West Coast that's on fire right now. Right. That's what Matthew's 10:34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. Right. It's not going to be peace on earth. Not until this place is destroyed and the kingdom of heaven is established. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Right. That's what you're seeing right now. And the year of prophecy 2020. That's all you hear about on the news in the Middle East and Babylon the Great, which is America right now. It's not peace in this place right now, but a sword, right, meaning destruction. Yeah, because ultimately the Lord is coming back for his elect, and this place is going to be desolate. Until this place is gone, it's not going to be peace on earth. Until Babylon the Great, which is America, is dealt with, it's not going to be peace on earth. So just to continue, this is Psalms 137 and 7. I'm going to read one verse up, then I'm going to jump to the point. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, right, which is the white race, Esau, Edom, which is the white race, and the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, right, raise it means destroy it, even to the foundation thereof, because when our people was in Judea and Jerusalem, you had the Romans at this point in time, you had the Romans, siege Jerusalem in 70 AD, destroyed the temples and destroyed Jerusalem as a whole, forcing our people to flee into the mountains, which is in Africa, you know. I'm finna get to the point. Psalms 137 and 8. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, right? O daughter of Babylon, which is America, modern day America, which is Babylon the Great. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happily shall he be that rewarded thee as thou served us. Yeah, because, the Lord is going to reward this place. Going back to Matthew's, he's going to utterly destroy this place, He's not going to, it's not going to be peace in this place, He's going to ultimately going to destroy it. He's going to reward this place with destruction, right? Because of what, the crimes that, that this place did to the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and also the fact that, you have wickedness here at a high scale, So, I'm finna get one more precept, then I'm gonna close out. That was a little article I wanted to bring out that I seen, to line it up with precepts to, to feed, to edify the sheep. What town we're in right now, you know. This is Revelations 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahawah hath remembered her iniquities. Right. This is talking about Babylon the Great, which is America. Yeah, because like I said before, you have a lot of evil satanic things that happen in this place. Like what? Human sacrificing. You know, transhumanism. You got GMOs and all these type of foods. Distribution of pork, eating people eating defiled things. Just to name a few. Homosexuality. That's just to name a few. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Right. Because Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, remember the times where Esau, Edom had rolled in here and destroyed, the so-called Native American Indians. The Northern Kingdom, all the way went up to, what the Southern Kingdom had came here. You know, he remembers our captivity, and he also remembers the fact that this place is wicked. So I just hope this is edifying. I just want to bring this article out. I had seen it, I just want to bring it out. So I just hope this is edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Wakakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of great millstone that taught me this truth and all sincerity. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth, and also the brothers that teach this word of sincerity. Shalom, Lord willing, on to the next video.